राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे मुरली मनोहर राधा मुरली मनोहर जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे कुंज बिहारी राधा कुंज बिहारी राधे जय राधा रास बिहारी राधा रास बिहारी राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय राधा माधव राधा राधे जय राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र जय राधे 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 श्याम सुंदर राधे 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 वृंदावन चंद्र राधे 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 गोविंद राधे 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 मदन मोहन राधे 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 गोपीनाथ राधे 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 श्याम सुंदर राधे 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 वृंदावन चंद्र राधे 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 मदन मोहन राधे 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 रस बिहारी राधे 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 कुंज बिहारी राधे 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 गोपी नाची राधे 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 श्याम सुंदर राधे 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 गोपीजन बदलते राधे 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 मदन मोहन राधे 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 माधव राधे 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 गोपीनाथ राधे 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 श्याम सुंदर राधे 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 वृंदावन चंद्र राधे 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 गोपीनाथ राधे 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 मुरली मनोहर राधे 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 श्याम सुंदर राधे 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 वृंदावन चंद्र राधे राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे मंजिल मोहन राधे जय राधा माधव राधे माधव राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे 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 श्याम सुंदर राधे 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 राधे
तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मन विष्णु स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं प्रभु कदा मह्यं ददाति शिवदान्तिकं वन्देहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयतपथकमलं श्रीगुरन् वैष्णवं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहकण्ठगुणोदयं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देव श्री राधा कृष्ण सहगणता श्री विश्वकन्तं श्री कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी शुभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि मेरी प्रिय वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावन वैष्णव्यो नमो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासुदेव गौरभक्त हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुगं करोति वाचालं पंगं लंघायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुन्नतारणं परमानन्दमाधव श्री चैतन्य हरे कृष्ण we're all doing well. So last week we are continuing on this, and if we can somehow conquer these anarthas, the lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, ego, illusion, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, then we are, we started this already actually. We are overcome by the donkey. This is a subtle anartha. This is a subtle anartha. Very nice actually. If you all agree, I'll repeat again. अरे चेता प्रोद्यत कपटा कुटिनाटी भरकर क्षरन्मूत्रे स्नात्वा दहसि कथम आत्मानमपि मां सदा त्वं गान्धर्व गिरिधरा पदप्रेम विलसत् सुधाम्बोधौ स्नात्वा त्वामपि नितरां मां च सुखायाम्. So, O ruffian mind, why do you burn yourself and me? The soul, by bathing in the trickling urine of a great donkey of the full-blown hypocrisy and duplicity. Instead, you should always bathe in the ocean of love emanating from the lotus feet of Sri Sri Gandharvika Giridhari, thereby delighting yourself and me. So, last week we were seeing um, there are three types of devotees: Swanishta devotees, Parinishta devotees, and Nirapeksha devotees. So, Swanishta devotees, this is Swanishta devotees. They don't follow, they don't need to, they want to serve Krishna without, without the need for Varnashrama. Means they take up, like it's, you can say, a grihastha doing full time, you know, a grihastha doing full time. And this one, second level is grihastha uh, living outside. Let me put it that way. Both are doing full time only. But in the previous case, this grihastha is dependent on Krishna and running the show. The second one is working in the material world, congregation, what do you think? But third one is like a brahmachari, a vanaprastha and sannyas. Swanishta, Parinishta, Nirapeksha. The previous verse number 5, spoken about the gross anarthas. Like, I'm tormented I'm shaken up by lust, shaken up by greed, shaken up by envy, anger, pride. Raghunath Das Goswami is telling it will happen to everyone. You're going, but no, you should know. You will be attacked by a band of dacoits. You'll be attacked by a band of dacoits. Who are those? Lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, ego, illusion. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mad, matsarya. Then take shelter of Bhakavid. You take shelter of Krishna or his devotees. Parasara Pundarika, Narada, Rukmangala. So all these devotees, Krishna, this Baka, the crane, what is it? Baka means what? Bakasur. Crane only, right? Crane, demon. Krishna just bifurcated his tongue. Sorry, bifurcated his beak, not tongue, I'm sorry. And killed the Bakasur. Though Bakasur was very formidable. So lust, anger, envy, greed, they appear very formidable. Sometimes we don't have any strength. Sometimes we give in to that. But it helplessly cry. When you are attacked by these six dacoits, band of thieves, Nityananda, Gauranga, when you call like that, then what happens is you are taken care of, you are protected from that. Then, if you have overcome the anarthas, that gross lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, ego, illusion, then Raghunath Das Goswami is telling the subtle anartha. What is the second subtle anartha? Um, donkey urine. Donkey urine, we were saying, these three devotees, Swanishta devotees. So, what is the, and when they dedicate their lives to whole family joins full time and they're dedicating their life, Krishna and Radharani, they give everything to them. They are taken care very well. Hare Krishna. ISKCON, all the temples in ISKCON, all the temples are maintained. They are hand to mouth. Krishna may not be giving so much access, but Krishna, every temple is maintained. Amazing, right? That's So that's how Krishna is maintaining. So Swanishta devotees, they don't care Varnashram Dharma. What do they care? Bhakti. Parinishta devotees, they follow Varnashram Dharma. They are doing their jobs, they are doing their professions, but still they do bhakti. Now, uh, last week I told, but just repeating it. In the case of what do you call Swanishta devotee, what is a donkey urine? Indulging in sense gratification on the pretext of satisfying God. Okay, now I love gulab jamun. If you're the temple president, offer gulab jamun to Krishna and send it to me. Who will have the courage to say no to temple president? That paneer sabji give to me. You know, and what is that? So you also have desires. You'll go and when you see window shopping, oh, this saree is good, the jewelry is good, very nice, amazing. You know, so you have, so maybe what is that? The donkey urine means Bhakti Jan Maharaj says not ordinary ass. You know, Sharan Mutva Mrut. What is that? Prodhyat Kaptra Kutanati Bharakara. Ksharan Mutre Snatva. Great ass. And I don't see, he said something I don't know actually. Of all the urines, donkey urine is very burning. And if donkey urinates on your head, your head will become bald. Your head will become bald. So you become bald means, it means you bathe in donkey urine. Hare Krishna. Basically deceit, cheating propensity. Basically what? Cheating propensity. And internally you have all these desires. I want to wear nice clothes. I want to eat nice foodstuffs. And for the temple to run, you need money. You are the temple president. So what you will do? Instead of serving the great Mahabharata devotees, sannyasis, and senior devotees, you will take shelter of. You will start serving all the rich donors who are coming to your temple. You hang on with them, take care of them, because they're serving the temple. There is nothing wrong, but if you think goal of life is only to serve them, and when you ignore sannyasis and senior devotees come and you ignore them, then Swanishta devotee is actually bathing in donkey urine. Also, what is that? Accumulating more wealth than needed, you know, enthusiasm for meaningless temporary gains, even at the cost of envying and harming others. And again, one more thing, teaching a twisted logic and a self motivated speculation in the name of giving education. Wow. So, what you do, you know, some speculation, so you start giving, start guesswork, speculation, and you try to impress others in the name of bhakti, but they're not bhakti actually. So, how many of you understood the donkey urine for very seriously dedicated to serving Krishna? But Gurahastas though, how many of you understood?
Yes, Babaji.
You know, um, uh, actually the pictures are also very honestly speaking. This is a slap on for I mean at least for me. I did this a couple of years ago. But let me tell you, just because speaking does not mean anything, you have to consciously work out and give it up. We are holding on to Maya. Maya is also holding on to us because we are holding on to Maya. But if you say, you hold on to Krishna, Krishna's lotus feet, Maya will give it up. So serving the materialists, is teaching speculation and concoctive logic. It's all donkey urine for and eating very rich foodstuffs, accumulating a lot of money, But this is all Yukta Vairagya only, in the name of Yukta Vairagya only. I should have So, that's not good. That is for Swanishta. Paranishta means, these are outside devotees, right? They're living outside, they're doing their jobs. But what they do? They try to show they're very strict when they come before devotees. But internally, making an external show of strictly following rules, making an external show of strictly following the rules while inwardly attached to material subjects unrelated to Krishna. These people, externally you wear nice dhoti, nice kurta, nice tilak, but internally you read all the junk, you read the useless what is that? You read novels, love stories, you watch Facebook, what is that? Facebook and Twitter. Somebody said Reels, Instagram, actually, of course, I need to know the news. So, externally you show that you're a great devotee, but internally, you're attached to metal objects, not connected with Krishna. And second thing is, you have a strong affinity for association of non-devotees. You have a strong affinity for association of non-devotees, yogis. You want some mystic powers, you want it's all in the for preaching only. Not you don't want anything personally. For preaching you want to do this. Means what? Is we are actually cheating ourselves in the name of preaching. Then the third one is Nirapeksha. Brahmacharis and sannyasis and all the scene, brahmacharis, sannyasis and vanaprasthis come. This actually slap, they think they are very advanced. People come and offer obeisances. Of course, you bless them also. Hey, please come and receive this prasad from my hands, from my lotus hands. Both fayda aapko, you will make a lot of progress by taking prasad from my hands. Second thing is thinking oneself as an advanced Vaishnava. Yeah, I got initiated 20 years ago. Srila Prabhupada. Hmm. I was involved in that project, this project. Thinking oneself as advanced Vaishnava is one. Thinking of oneself as superior to others simply by wearing the dress of a renounced person. I'm wearing saffron, I'm a sannyasi, Collecting material wealth for food and clothing more than required. So you collect a lot of wealth for food and clothing. You try to enjoy the facilities. Next one, improperly associating with the opposite sex in the name of spiritual practices. You all come, let us discuss Bhagavatam. But when everyone goes, only ladies only. No, no Prabhu. Then what happens? They'll all go away. The fifth one is staying with materialistic people with expectation of receiving wealth rather than visiting Krishna temple. So instead of going to temple, what you will do? You will go to the materialists. You'll try to hang on there. Wow. You're all listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So improperly associating the opposite sex, okay, let us discuss Bhagavad Gita. Let us have conference calls. Ladies, opposite sex basically. If Mataji is a preacher, inviting Prabhuji. If Prabhuji is a preacher, he'll invite all the ladies. That is a donkey run. Staying with materialistic person with an expectation of receiving wealth rather than visiting Krishna temple. Then you'll cultivate the donors. Hey, don't touch my donor. Mera tera. You know? So you go and you cultivate them with the hope of getting money because you have some percentage. Being inwardly anxious and worried about collecting more wealth while making a pretense of performing divine service. So, I'm thinking what to speak actually. No, wait, that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, let me read again. Staying with the, being inwardly anxious and worried about collecting more wealth while making a pretense of performing divine service. Of course, if the brahmacharis, vanaprastha, and sannyas, they don't have income. So if you're not careful, if the goal of life is not pure bhakti, if you don't depend on Krishna, then what happens is Krishna Maya puts you in anxiety. Naturally, you start depending on external resources. That means you are not surrendered to Krishna. Because one of the qualities of surrender is Krakshatishyati iti viswaso. Krishna is my protector. Krishna is my maintainer. And 1 minute. Being more concerned with external dress and rules and regulations than devotion to Krishna. What is that? No, my saffron, so you are very focused on external rules and regulations. Actually, one time Chandrasekhar Swami Maharaj mentioned very nicely. When some people are doing something wrong, they have this, what do you call? Their consciousness will be eating them up. Hey, you're doing this, you're doing this. Then they'll do? They'll become very strict with other principles that they can follow. They'll become very strict with other principles. Like supposing what is that? You have a problem following four regulated principles. You'll start following Ekadasi nicely, sincerely. Then you tell everyone, you should follow Ekadasi nicely. You're all listening or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
We try to, we may be defaulting somewhere to balance that. We become extremely strict with one or two incidences, attending Mangalarti or attending, chanting our rounds or doing service. So that you try to balance your failure with tightening the screws on another side. Overlooking or neglecting the main purpose of spiritual life. Hare Krishna. No? What is that? Overlooking or neglecting the main purpose of spiritual life. What is the main purpose of spiritual life? Huh? Anybody? What
To
is
go
the
back to Krishna. To go back to Krishna.
To serve Krishna.
awaken the love of God, get rid of the impurities, and serve Krishna without any motives. Anyavilashit sunyam, jnana karma dhanavratam, anukulyena Krishna anusilanam. That is Uttama Bhakti. You don't have any other desire other than serving Krishna. So what will, first thing is, so we are doing these things means we have developed a life known to devotees. We have developed a life unknown to devotees. Then the hypocrisy comes in, cheating. It's called kapatata. And then you start arguing, it's called kutarka. And you have wrong conclusions. That is what's called kusiddhanta. And you maintain unwanted things which are obstacles to bhakti. They're anardhas. Anardhas are saying, why you have deceitful nature. Means you show devotees you are great. On another hand, you have your own weaknesses. Because nobody caught you, you think you are a pure devotee. This is what's called, though you know your weaknesses, you cannot give it up because of hridaya daurbalyam, weakness of the heart. This comes prolonged wrong chanting. Weakness of the heart comes when you have chanted, inattentively for a very long time. Listening, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So,
Prabhuji, quick question.
Amma,
Hare Krishna. When we say weakness of the heart,
speak
like,
louder.
1 second.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
I think Mataji accidentally left, Prabhuji. She might join.
Hmm.
Can I go, Prabhu, for asking question?
Yeah.
Prabhu, you said like to tighten the screws, we do some sadhanas much better and some sadhana lighter. I didn't get exactly like we need to do all the sadhanas uh, uh, perfectly, or so what is the needful thing, Prabhu?
No, you don't need to do, like, whatever the commitment you have given to your guru at a time of initiation, that should be undertaken nicely. For example, if you do every sadhana, you may not get time. Uh, what I'm trying to tell Prabhu, when you try to show something what you are not,
Or to cover up something we are.
you cover up and you become very heavy. So for example, you have a weakness, it's not bhakti. In fact, it is detrimental to bhakti. It is against bhakti. But you are doing it. You don't know why. But you are doing it. So you are looking for help. But when you tell this to outsiders, they think it's you fall down. That's why you don't tell.
Got it, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Then what you will do is, certain areas, they are not even breaking up regulatory principles. So actually, let me tell you, people watching Facebook, people watching, what reading newspapers, and what else? I have a question for you. Is reading newspaper breaking regulative principle? No. You know? But is it needed? No.
Hmm.
If you read it, it will come in your during chanting actually. No? Of course, if you have you want to stay in touch with the material world, there is nothing wrong reading for 2 minutes, not 2 hours. So, you know, any news that you want to come to know, you'll come to know anyway when people discuss.
Yeah. Got it, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare
Right.
Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry, my call got cut. I wanted to know about this weakness of heart that you talked about.
Weakness of the heart means hridaya daurbalyam. Means you know it's not good, but still you do it. You know criticizing devotees is not good, but you criticize. You know this particular habit is not good for you, but still you do it. You know, because mind has conquered you in that area. This comes because of the prolonged inattentive chanting, wrong chanting.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Understanding?
Thank you.
Okay, what is that? I'll tell you. You know, at least once in a month you want to go to Mangalarti. Once in a week you want to go to Mangalarti. But you get up in the morning and with a view to attending Mangalarti, then you start, you see the cell phone and you start reading the news there. You start, cell phone, everything is there nowadays. If you just open, you don't need to go to Facebook actually. If you open your message, so many devotees post so many messages. You start looking, you आधा घंटा उधर ही गया actually. You know. So if you really ask me, it's not breaking regulative principle. You know. So doing what you are not supposed to do, but still doing it it's called you are doing it because of hridaya daurbalyam, weakness of the heart. Understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, tell me.
Prabhuji, I have two questions. One is a Swanistha householder and second Parnistha householder. What is the difference? And second thing about Swanistha householder, devotees try to please Krishna without the need for the Varnashrama dharma. What does that mean?
What it means is, Prabhuji, irrespective of, for example, you're a Brahmana, you have certain duties. You're a Kshatriya, you have certain duties. You're a Vaishya, you have certain duties. So, but ISKCON, anybody can join full time, right? So you don't care so much about Varnashram Dharma. You care about Bhakti only. So, irrespective of without focusing on Varnashram Dharma, basically, Prajal, it's simple thing I can tell you. A devotee who joins full time. That's it. Whether in India or America, what you will do is your dharma is just you want to do full. You will join full time and you'll maintain a temple. That's it. In India, I've seen many people. What they do, they open temples, ISKCON temples, and they give up their jobs and they join full time, and they start it. So Varnashrama basically, of course, nowadays everyone is working only. Rather than doing work, you'll work for Krishna 8 hours. That is Swanishta. Okay. Parinishta means you do your work outside. You're a farmer, you do your farmer job. You're an engineer, you do your engineering job. You're a professor, you do professor job. You do your jobs, but you come home and worship Krishna. Congregation basically. Understanding, right? You're understanding or not?
Prabhuji, so again,
Okay, I'll tell you.
What-
You are a Parinishta devotee. In
mm-hmm.
our temple, Sandeep Prabhu is doing full time, right?
Okay.
He is a Swanishta devotee.
I see. Okay. Okay. Okay.
He's doing full time, right? Like that.
So
And we are Nirapeksha devotees. I
I
mean,
see.
we are not devotees though, at least. Okay, now you know what is your question?
So Prabhuji, this is a constant. This verse is very powerful. I think this is a constant marathon. I think this verse we have to go through because most of the time we are become the victim of the donkey urine, and is a constant practice, or how I think last time Sundarari Prabhu asked the same, I think it's a donkey urine. So everybody, all the sadhakas go through this different phases at different time frame. How to is it how we can overcome this a mentality, like it's a constant practice, right? It's a constant marathon.
Actually, we
We
have
have to
to,
remind.
Prabhu, let me tell you, we have to remind ourselves. Last week I almost covered, Prabhu. Why I came to this week again, same thing. Because unless we remind ourselves again and again and again, we
Hmm.
came to this world to enjoy independent of Krishna. That conditioning is there. And forget about previous life's conditioning. This lifetime also, we didn't join Krishna consciousness at the age of 10. We joined very late. So we have formed taste for the material world of this lifetime also. So you're understanding?
Yes, yes.
So the point is, Prabhuji, one should not complain. I've been chanting for 25 years, process is not working. Process works, but we want everyone to know which verse you are stuck. This is sixth verse, for seventh verse is also one more. And these verses, if you are not careful, they can take you back to the previous verses. You know, eighth verse only pure bhakti enters. So one should not complain. The mistake is not with the process. Mistake is with the me. Actually, I don't know whether if anyone remembered, I started Manasiksha. Only one Mata said told in Dallas, asking question to Radhagovind Maharaj. Maharaj, the process doesn't work. I've been chanting for 25 years. Maharaj said, no, process works. Maybe you're not doing it in the right, correct way. So then what I did, I started reading Manasiksha. Then I realized I'm stuck at the fourth verse only. So I may be stuck in the fourth verse for next 20, 30 years. But if I read Manasiksha and say, hey, I'm stuck at the fourth verse, I should go to fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth only. Pure bhakti starts. If I know it, then I will venture it, right? If I do not know, I'll never venture. You're listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, actually, let me tell you, you have come to donkey urine means, Prabhuji, you have conquered lust. You know, that sixth verse is, previous verse is anardhas, gross anardhas. Donkey urine is subtle anardha, Prabhu. Very difficult to detect. But we know, others may not detect. Because let me tell you, others, if they have a love for you, if you show 25 paisa of demonstration, they will call you, you are $28,000 of worth. Because nobody is showing that. But it doesn't mean anything. You should apply it first. Or you can apply parallelly also, that's fine. You're listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So when there is a constant reminder, chi, I am being bathed by, in cow urine, then you'll try to give it up. Otherwise, we consider that as our qualification actually. That's how Maya works. Project Maya keeps on covering our consciousness on daily basis. We have to keep on, or we keep on clean that, you know, um, clean that consciousness to make progress. If you really ask me, one has to, when you go home after work, 1 minute, hold on. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell is we have to constantly work on anardhas straight. But again, One time Hariparsha Prabhu came and what is Chaitanya Chandra also came. We should not work on Anartha Nivritti all the time. Artha Pravritti also. Rather than being worried, I have this Anartha, I have that Anartha. Work, focus on positives. What is the positives? Let me go to temple and let me do prachar. Or I have the ability to raise funds, let me do that. Or let me bring Prabhupada when he was working in Cherny Road, that Gaudiya Math in Mumbai. Prabhupada would bring his friends. Prabhupada would take Bhakti Sarang Maharaj and Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Maharaj and he would introduce them to all the businesses. And Bhakti Sarang Maharaj and Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Maharaj did not have that ability. But Prabhupada was working. As a businessman, he would connect. They were so impressed, they went and told Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, Abhay Babu should join full time. No, Sir Thakur said Abhay Babu would eventually do everything. So, do what you can do rather than being worried for the anarthas. Prabhuji, let me tell you, anartha will not go tomorrow. Straight. But consciously don't work on it. Consciously don't don't act on it. Let it happen in the mental level, but you reject it. But feel we don't need to be depressed. That should make us humble. I still have these impurities. When you become humble, seeing your impurity in the heart, that's a great achievement, let me tell you. Then what happens? Anything happens in the temple, you don't care. Because you're very clear on your service. You don't criticize anybody. You say, well, like I myself have so many impurities, how can I criticize others? But this is what I can do. Time is only like you're a Paranishta devotee. You have some, your time is little. You take care of children, you take care of your profession. Then whatever time is left for you, utilize in Krishna service aggressively. You know, probably materialists are so driven, million times more driven for us. Million times we should be more driven for Krishna. That's what I think. You're understanding or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhupada is like that. You know, if they are driven, I should be more driven actually for Krishna. And yeah, this metal world is like a junk, is nothing is there. Still they are so driven. Why can't I work for Krishna? This one Prabhu, Square and what is that? PayPal. Both the companies he created. He would work a morning 8, 6 o'clock, he would get up because they don't have any bhakti or anything. 8 hours for Square and another 8 hours for PayPal. So he made both the companies into billion-dollar companies. Wow. But end of the day, it is useless, bro. So we can take example from his hard work. But if he is that much driven, I'll also work for Krishna. Why not? You know? So that should be our driven rather than being worried. But what when we know this problem is there, then what should I do? Consciously we try to avoid. We try to consciously avoid that mentality. You feel bad, chichi, Krishna is, Krishna caught me today. Pakada gaya. No. But good that I didn't act on this. Then eventually you will become free, Prabhu. Understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Actually, that is what I told myself. Honestly. Rather than being worried, this is there, that is there, there's there. By sitting and being worried, Prabhuji, you cannot do anything. Maya, one person in Vrindavan we went, he said, Maya is a nartaki. He'll make you dance. No matter what you do, she'll make you dance. And then you reverse nartaki, kirtana. You chant Hare Krishna, you dance. Instead of singing for Krishna, Maya, who is making you dance, nartaki, you dance for Krishna, kirtana. Then Maya will go away. In other words, I'm not telling you to dance. Do what you can do for Krishna aggressively. Prabhuji Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a magistrate. He went door to door to door and he would ask 1 rupee. And that's how he built that Yogbit temple. Srila Prabhupada also, he struggled. Struggled. His empowerment came after 40 years. His empowerment didn't come in 1942. His empowerment came 71 years later, his empowerment came. As well as Radhana Swami says, it may take a lifetime, but you strive to please Krishna rather than being worried for others. What do you think?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Anybody else has anything to add? Comment, question? I'm not done yet, actually, honestly speaking. So Prabhupada is telling this is deceit. We're cheating ourselves, actually, donkey urine. We are cheating ourselves, nobody else. You know? These are very subtle. You know? These anarthas are very subtle. Donkey urine is not visible. Because, devotees, you see them in the temple, they give prasad. But why am I giving you prasad? Do you want to take donation from you? And a portion of donation will come to me? Or do I want to bring you to Krishna consciousness? Third one is even worse. I want to take donation so that I will utilize it, not for me, for Krishna, so that I'll get name and fame. That is even worse. That is even subtle. Understanding or not? Taking money is a gross anartha. A temple gives me 10% if I collect $1,000. So you're collecting with that view, it is a gross anartha. But I don't want that money for myself. I should utilize it to Krishna only. But the subtlest anartha is I'll get the name and fame. That is even worse. That cannot be detected for a long time. Only pure devotees can detect. An understanding? Anyone has any questions or comment? Prabhupada told, it's in that book it is mentioned. What is his name? Govinda Dasi. Prabhupada said, don't be so much attached to the external features of Guru. Guru is a preacher, part of parampara. Give that respect to parampara. Otherwise, you'll be very attached. In ISKCON, if you see Guru, my Guru Maharaj, my Guru Maharaj, my Guru Maharaj. Because I am attached to my Guru Maharaj, my God brothers, my God sisters. Means other Guru Maharaj, God brothers, no. No. My Guru Maharaj is a pure devotee. My God brothers are exalted. It means your God brothers are not exalted. This is all subtle. It's not visible. Because when we speak, we emphasize so much on humility. We don't speak. But sometimes he gave, why every time he is getting the opportunity, why not me? And there are traces of envy. All these are there. How many of you agree?
Very much. Yes, Guruji.
So, what do you have to do? Focus on positives. Don't worry about the negatives. It is very, very, very important, actually. Focus on positives means one should, actually, one time, what is his name? What is his name? The person who started Rath Yatra, Jayananda Prabhu. Jayananda Prabhu, one devotee said, oh, I want to make progress, tell me what I should do. Jayananda Prabhu said, I'm busy here. I don't have time to think of all these things. I have to do this for Prabhupada, I have to do that for Prabhupada. Jayanandra is so busy all the time, serving only. Will I go back to Vaikuntha or not? That worry is, he said, I don't have time to think of all these things. I'm absorbed in serving Krishna. Actually, we'll continue on this verse next week also. So, should we end it here? Vancha kalpatarabhyasya. Should we discuss or should we can shift to next verse? I'm okay. So, instead of bathing in donkey urine, we should say Radharani. Wow. Gandharvika Giridhari. This Vatsalyaras, Yashoda are also Radharani Mathurya. It's what we deserve. Unfortunately, we are stuck with donkey urine only. Anyway, we'll continue on this. I want to say a few more things, but it's late. Actually, no, and if I usually class is there. Sometimes I forget now, Next week also class is there. We'll start join at 8:85. Anyway, I'll send it again. Thank you very much. I'm ending now.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Dandvat Pranam.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Prabhu. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Dandvat
Dandavad
Pranam.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
I'm ending. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.